Hey guys, in this video I just wanted to show an extremely aggressive gambit in the Sicilian defense Mengarini variation. And it's in the delayed wing gambit, so e4, c5, and the wing gambit usually b4 here. But the delayed variation usually goes with a3, and if black plays knight c6, you can get the position I'm looking for, which is b4 here. And this is the delayed wing gambit. And it's a little bit better since if black takes, you get a lot of development. I don't want to go too much into this theory since I'm sure people have made videos on this already. So we have that line, right, where takes, and also there's many other responses for black, but the main one I want to look at is knight f6, which is the best line for black to go for. It's like the computer line. Now here, there is this line with b5, and black actually, if they play knight d4, scores pretty well. But there is this gambit with, I think it goes c3, 86. Is it f4 here? No, where's the f4 part? Oh, it's if 95. Then you go f4, right? And there's like a transposition to like the line I'm going for, but it's not as good actually because I think it's here. They played d4. Yeah, and black has a lot of responses. However, I think, was it f5 here first? Yeah, and if f5 here too, there's a lot of responses from black. So the main line goes like c3, and you keep kicking around the knights. If you play b5 and play like the main line that white goes for, and if like black plays knight f6. But new theory, or what I think is better theory, if you're gonna play like super aggressive anyway, you want to go, I think, d4 here. And surprisingly, it's not been played. But Stockfish likes it, and I like it too. And that's because even though black has responses, there's only one that tries to keep an advantage, or a significant one. And that's with d takes d4. And now you can go b5. And after 95, in other lines, if you go b5 right away, there's knight d4. But in this line, the knight has to go to 95. And instead of taking, which you could do if you want, but the main line I've been looking at is f4 here. And that has to go to g6. If here there is, I believe, e5. And I don't know if it's low depth, but it should be losing. So only moves that keep an advantage is here. Obviously saving the knight. And here you could take back. I think as depth goes higher though, like black gets a lot of counterplay and just castles easily. So instead you just want to go e5 here, I believe. Yeah. So e5. And black could go here or here. If here, you just take back. And could, again, I think, yeah, you don't want to do this. You want to take back. You want to get rid of this pawn, get rid of that nasty check. And black has an only move d5 mainly. Could play f5, but I mean, this is really weakening. Does not look good at all. So I don't think most people would do it. Just develop here and say d5, en passant. It's probably like a drawing line. And you'll get a game. All right, so I'm sure d5 is just like pretty similar, but okay, so there's here, and there's also f5. Oh, so they're pretty similar. Oh, but the difference is en passant here is not as good. And en passant in this line would not be good. Okay, so it's like move order matters because of en passant. But anyway, instead of taking, I think it's f5 here, right? No, oh, right. Where is it? Here. Oh, right, that's if knight e4. If knight d5 is apparently the best move. Again, you can just take and only move to keep an advantage is here. No, wait. I'm mixing up my lines here. Where is it? Is it queen takes here first? No, because I have in the line it goes queen h. I'm forgetting the line. F5 here? Oh, okay, yeah. If here, I don't think F5 is as good because of check, so you would just want to take. But if they go here, which is the main line, you can go F5 here, which is insane. And here, this kind of like transposes to different lines. But again, like black has better options, I think, than going for this really. But yeah, like if takes here, that transposes. But again, like because I think you haven't gone d4 yet, takes is not as bad. And then also, I think there were like some options of going queen c7 or something. But here, there's only move of knight h4. And then you have some crazy line where black tries to hang on for the knight, and black can go for a repetition because you're down so many pawns. You're trying to win this piece, and the knight's trapped. But black can either repeat, since you don't have much of an option, you have to block with the bishop, or black can go for queen c7, which is probably the best move. And you get some wild line. You just take with the bishop, and you will have to block with the queen. And then there will be some crazy lines. Obviously, there were some ideas of this. Just some crazy lines where, in these lines, usually you go bishop f2, and just try to trade the queens off. Here, you got to play king d2. Like here, there's probably some like nasty like checks or something. I'm not exactly sure what's wrong with them. Like this one, yeah. I'm guessing this one just avoids like a lot of checks. And you'll get a pretty crazy game, but eventually you should be able to trade off the pieces, at least the queens, and then you try to win the pawns back. And that's what you'll do if black completely figures out how to navigate all the traps. And let's go back. So that's if queen c7, which is the best move. Bishop e7 is still good. However, there's f6. And now, if black tries to save the knight, you just take the bishop and the queen has to move. And this is a wild position, but there's no check here, so that's really good. You just develop the knight and go for this insane line where you try to trade queens off. And again, you are up a piece, right? Yeah, we're up a piece because we took the bishop here. And if you can trade, then hopefully you can win. But it's still a wild game, and still ways to go wrong. But it's just a really fun gambit, it looks like. Just to play, because there's so many different crazy things that could happen. So the main thing is to take with the pawn for black to keep an advantage. But then the knight is hanging, so you take. And if takes, this is not good because you're just gonna be able to consolidate your position, be up a piece, only be down one pawn, and hopefully win. So knight e3 is the best move, and all this really does is threaten this, mainly. Also, there's probably some other things, like I think this check would probably be deadly in some ways. There's like this wild line where you can sacrifice the rook, take the bishop, and you get a crazy game like this. Here you go. You go. If here there's this, so you lose. So you need to go here, and after check, you can block with the queen. So you're not losing, and you can get queen e2. I think you just repeat, right? Yeah. So gotta block with the bishop, and then yeah, you'll get a game. Black's gonna have to play super accurately after all that. So black doesn't want to do that. Most accurate is to take, and then you just have to trade off, and then you have to obviously defend this pawn and the fork, while also preventing d3 by black. But there is this check, and black has many moves, but like if check, you're gonna have to just move the king, and there probably is like a draw here for black if they want, but if they keep pressing on, I think you'll be able to develop your pieces pretty easily. Like say, oh, queen say, okay, so we're good. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. There are a lot of ways black can go wrong here. Again, e6 is the only move here. I guess you could say this is the only move, right? Like it makes sense, but black might not like play this, and they might think that this is losing. And I feel like this is the most likely where they go wrong, because the only move is this, and after takes, there's also one only move. This is like another critical spot where there's only an only move. And you have actually quite a bit of options here. I think there's takes, and there's also knight f3, sacking the rook, but you get your knights into the attack, and I think you're not supposed to take, huh? Yeah, bishop d3. Crazy. Oh yeah, it's this line that's like insane. There's one other line I wanted to see. I can't remember exactly. Trying to remember the line. I think it was this line, but maybe I think it takes g5. Yeah. This line. So that's if takes. There's this crazy line where black is in a lot of trouble. There's a lot of like drawing lines. Like you'll get perpetual with white. Like if black just gives up the knight to, I don't know what that really does, but main line is h6, deflecting the queen and then trying to get out. But you you have rook f1, and it's pretty crazy. I would assume that you're gonna be able to get a perpetual. I don't even know what's going on here. I would hope to try to get a game like this. Just completely wild. I feel like the one downside to this Gambit is that even though like you should be able to maybe even draw a perfect play, that's actually crazy. Do you win the knight here? Oh, nice. Yeah, I think most people with white would lose this. I would think. Like I'm just going like h4, but I guess g4 is the most accurate. Um, wonder if you can win the pawn. Check. And I guess you have like probably some kind of repetition. Because if you like try to win, I'm sure there's like, oh no, there's just repetition. What happens if you like try to win? That's losing. So you need perpetual. How is this good for white? Oh, is it because? Wait. There's check, and then what? I would assume like it's because of this pawn, but I'm going a bit like on a tangent here, but you pick up the visual check. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, but like these lines are absolutely insane. I would definitely lose with white playing against a player that knows what they're doing. But looks like a lot of fun. So hopefully I can get in a game and then I can share it. I will do a chess engine game with this Gambit to see what happens. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.